Well, today's been another one of those absolute screw around days. You know, we started off, did a couple little projects that we needed to get done, and then we played the rest of the day. So, couple little quick tips maybe, give you some ideas. First one was for my tool post on the lathe, on the Sheldon. My quick change tool post, I've always used a crescent wrench to loosen the main T-nut, or the nut on top, to be able to swivel the post itself from position. And a while back I picked up a socket, or found a socket, and I finally got around today, just bent me a little piece, welded it, bent it at an angle, welded it up with the TIG into the top of the handle, and before I bent it, I went ahead and threaded it for a handle. This is all scrap stuff I've had laying around the shop. So the only thing I may do to it is down in the inside I may put a magnet. It sits on the nut fine and everything, but it wants to tilt just a little bit, and I think if I just take and put a magnet in the bottom of it, why that would help hold it in position. Looks like length is about right and everything, so just a little shop upgrade to make things a little more efficient. And the other one that I'm actually a little more excited about is on the other mill. I always had, under the DRO, on the bracket that the DRO was on, it pivoted in and out so I could position it, and I had welded a little stud on there, and I had a small clipboard on there with a hole in it so I could put my notes, my drawings, my dimensions, whatever, onto that clipboard and just hang it onto that hook. And I used that actually quite a bit. And with the new mill here, with the 755, G0755, well, I didn't have that, and I found I really missed it. I find that I left my drawings laying on the bench, and I'd have to go over and look at them and everything. So we've done a little modification for it. So what I did is I just took a little piece of steel plate. I think it's about 3/8, maybe it's half by 1/8 inch. Put a little standoff in them, and I just drilled through the bottom of the case on the digital readout. I had the cover off. I could pull the 4 screws out. The cover will come off, and I just drilled up through there, put my little plate on, and of course we painted it up the fancy little green. And then for my clipboard, I just took a piece of aluminum angle scrap I had, and this is just 8 by 8 aluminum, and we cut out the top of it, and we put a couple of magnets on it. So now I've still got my little clipboard, although this is just a little bit smaller than what it originally was, because it had the hole through here, so it extended to both so I could hang it. Did away with that, and now it hangs just like that. So I'm really happy with it. I can hang it wherever. It'll go out of the way up there and everything. I think these magnets are going to be strong enough. I just epoxied them onto the top, and I just set it up in the mill and scalloped out so I had room to move the clip itself. It's got a little lever to open and close it, and so I just scalloped out the top. Looks a little bit nicer anyway. Painted it up and pop riveted it on. I think these magnets are going to be strong enough. I've got some heavier neodymium magnets. I think that have got a hole through the center, so if I have to, I can pop these off, put the heavier magnets on there or the stronger magnets on there, and either just screw them on there or pop rivet them on or do something. But looks like it's going to do real well. When I first hung it, I thought it might be a little bit light on the magnetic force, but I ran the mill a little bit and everything, and I think they're going to be plenty strong. So anyway, quick little tips. I've got videos in editing on the planer. We built some T-nuts for it, which we built on the Grizzly mill here on the G0755. We've got another portion coming out on the lathe bed that I cut down to make into straight edges, and I've got one of those pretty well formed up. We'll get that edited out, and we've done some give adjustments on that and a couple of little things, and did a little more touch-up painting on the planer. So it's pretty well situated, and everything else is running good. Got the new bearings in the phase converter, so we've been running the planer a fair amount, and I guess that's about it. I've got another little project coming up as soon as I get at least this first straight edge off the table. I discovered that the long straight edge that goes on the planer, the bolts that go down through there are 5/8 bolts rather than 1/2 inch like I built the previous T-nuts for it. So I'm going to turn back around and make 6 more T-nuts just specifically for that straight edge. I will probably shave those on the planer. We'll see what happens, but that's maybe the plan. So anyway, quick little update. This is a Friday night update. We're about to go in and sit down and put our feet up and drink a beverage and all that good stuff, and we'll be out here playing tomorrow. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I got a couple of projects I need to finish up, and then I may be running playing a little bit more. So hopefully you find that useful. Any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments section for me below. And as always, guys, thanks for taking the time to watch.